Hello, everybody. I'll have to see if I'm on the right page. This may take a moment. The other day when I was trying to do a live, I could not find myself. I lost myself. Let's see. That is so odd. Let me keep looking. Alright, I'll double check and make sure that I'm not on my regular Facebook page. There's no reason why I should be. Okay. Okay. There I am. Hi. I'm so glad I found myself. I get scared when I'm lost. Okay. Let's move this over a little bit. I will wait just a couple of minutes to see if anybody else is going to join us. So we'd been without heat for about a week, right when it was the coldest part of the year. And finally, after 3 days without heat, the company that we were purchasing our next water heater from, or water furnace from, brought a loaner motor and put it on our furnace. So then we had heat. I believe we got that on Saturday. Today's Monday. Yeah. But it was very, very cold. We have a fireplace, so we kept that loaded up with wood, and we were able to heat part of the house with that. But the bedrooms and the bathrooms were 55 degrees, and that's cold when you're trying to get out of bed or get out of the shower. But I'm thankful that we had water, and I'm thankful we had heat. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. All right, so tonight is going to be a little bit different because I've given you the clues, what I need for you to have available, and I have the rest of the clues, but I am going to play along with you tonight. So I'll set this here as long as you can see my next clue. All right, clue 2. Using a different stamp for each color cardstock, the 7/8 by 3, whatever I asked you for. For each one of these pieces, you should have coordinating ink. And so what I want you to do is choose a stamp set that has some images with some texture to them. For instance, I'm going to use Enjoy the Moment. I don't know why I like this stamp set so much, but I really, really do. So I'm going to choose one of these images to stamp on my Just Jade right here. I think I'll use this one. So if you're just joining me, my name is Teresa Tucker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been stamping since about 2006. I've been with Stampin' Up! Off and on. I've been a demonstrator for 2 years, and well, going on 2 years, not exactly yet. And I live in Central Illinois. I enjoy stamping. Before I started stamping, I was a scrapbooker. Love scrapbooking. It's kind of taken a back seat for a while, but usually when I get my paper pumpkin in the mail each month, then I'll do a couple of pages. I'm not saying that I have all of the pictures mounted yet, but okay, so I'm going to do color on color, Just Jade onto the Just Jade, and we're just going to put this randomly on here. And it doesn't have to be full. You can put as much on there as you want though. Okay. One of the things I really like about this set is all the different textured stamps. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. So we'll do that with each one of these. The same process. So I'm going to use Bumblebee, and I'm going to switch my stamp. This time I'm going to use this stamp. Now I've been doing this mystery card for a while, and this is the first time that I've actually joined in. So you tell me if you like it when I join in, or if you prefer to see my card at the end when I'm finished, or after you're finished. So if you're joining me tonight, say hello. I'd love to hear from you. You can leave me comments, ask me questions, and I'll get back to you. You can visit my blog at tuckertopnotchdesigns.blogspot.com. I'm pretty active. I do post almost every day there. All right, so let's see here for this one. I think I'm going to use I like this one, but I also like these little seeds, so I'm going to do both of those. in Misty Moonlight. Slightly smaller. And I'm just going to put them both on the same stamp, or on the same block. So we're coming down to the end of Celebration. Celebration is the time of year where customers can purchase stamps and get free stamps. And this year it's running from January to the end of February. So I'm trying to get as much information out as possible so that you can take advantage of this fantastic celebration. So you only need to spend $50 in Stampin' Up! To get a free stamp set or free designer series paper. And just to show you, this is the Celebration catalog. You can purchase items from the January to June mini, or from the annual catalog, or from our clearance items. And you'll find all of those on I have the link on my business page, but it's teresatucker.stampinup.net, and that's where you'll find the orders and all of the catalogs. So for instance, as I was saying, for $50, if you spend $50, then you can choose this free Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. And this actually has dies that go with it. Here's the free Darling Donkeys for a $50 order. And I love this picture right here. I am actually duplicating that card right now. I was working on it before we went live tonight. I just love it. Here is Approaching Perfection. This is a free stamp set. And this ombre paper, which seems to be a real hit, is also free with a $50 order. So let's continue on here. You know, once in a while I notice that the picture on Facebook doesn't seem to, it looks like it's moving, but my camera is not moving. And I've noticed in the past when this has happened that it does resolve itself, but I apologize if it's bothering your eyes, because if I look at it, it sure is bothering mine. Hi, Carla. It's so nice to see you. How have you been? Okay, so let's try. Let me see which one I want. I like these leaves. I think I'll do those leaves next. Carla, did you get all of your cardstock cut and ready to play along? All right, this is Magenta Madness on Magenta Madness. What do you think of this different texture? Doesn't it look pretty? So I had also already made a card with the same, not the same set, but with these same instructions, which I'll show you when we're finished. All right, so for the cinnamon cider, I'm I'm gonna do this. I like it. It's different. All right, let's get a longer block. So these colors that I'm working with tonight came out in, I want to say June 2020. I believe that's when this catalog came out. Or July or August. I'm sorry. I've been thrown a little because they are changing when these catalogs are coming out. So I think the next annual catalog is coming out June 1st or close to that time. And with that, we will get 5 more in colors because the oldest in colors from 2019 to 2021 are retiring. I'm excited to see what those are. Now, if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're interested in getting a nice discount with the products, being able to see all of the products in advance of everyone else, having the opportunity to pre-order a month in advance, and you would be on my team, which is a fabulous team. We have fun. And not only that, you will get you'll get 5 or 6 packages of designer series paper. They're 6 by 6. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah. So as a bonus, you would get an assortment of 6 by 6 stacks of our newest designer series paper. We won't even have gotten that. So if you want to sign up, go ahead and go to my go to teresatucker.stampinup.net and click on join and fill out the information, and then you'll choose $125 worth of Stampin' Up! Products for $99, and the shipping is free. You would get that, and not only if you join before February the 28th, then you will also take the money that you have purchased products for, and then you would also get $100 worth of products out of the celebration catalog. So like I was telling you, this one here is free with a $50 order. It's gorgeous. This one, Heal Your Heart, is also free with a $50 order. And then over here is also free. This is Flower and Field Designer Series paper. It's free with a $50 order. Then you move up here to the Touch of Ink, to this gorgeous stamp set. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's a 2-step stamp set, and you typically will stamp with this solid color and then stamp the hummingbird right over the top of it. And I would be happy to demonstrate that for you. I can do that for you this evening if we have time, because I've got some other ideas on that as well. And then also the Berry Blessings, which is this stamp set, which is also 2-step, and the designer series paper. It comes together as a bundle for $100, $100 order. And additionally, the Sweet Strawberry bundle that includes this punch will punch out strawberries that are on the designer series paper. So it's really, really neat. Additionally, if you want to host a party, and if you have a party of $300 or more, then you will receive this free hostess gift. It's called Punch Party. So if this is something that you think you're interested in, please leave me a message, contact me. You can reach me various ways. At the end of this video, in the comments, you will see ways to connect with me. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you're here. Hey, I've been talking so much, you can catch up, right? Yeah, so surprise, I'm going to do this with you guys tonight. So we just finished clue 2. I think I can move these out of the way. So that we don't crash them all over the floor. I'll just move them over here. Okay. So here is clue 3. Glue the 5 stamped pieces of cardstock to the 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of black cardstock. Now, like I mentioned, I had already done this once. So the first time I used black cardstock, but this time I'm using white cardstock. So the easiest way to do this is to start with the outside. Let me get my runner, my stamp and seal. Let's see, what order do I want these in? How about this? Okay. So I'll put a little adhesive on here. And put this, we're going to try to space it evenly on the sides and top to bottom. My friends tell me I have crooked eyes, so I hope this looks right when I'm finished. Okay, then we'll do the other side down at the other end. All right, so we'll do the same thing here. I try to use the grid lines on my grid paper to line up my cardstock, so I make sure that it's straight. Okay, so now I'm going to lay down the middle one. Come on. And hope I get this in the middle. This looks to be about the middle. I think it looks okay. And then we'll put down the Magenta Madness. And you guys are, whatever colors you're using is perfect. And I can already see that mine is crooked. Okay. This one. If you ever want to remove your cardstock after you have put it down, twist it. Don't pull up on it, because when you pull up on it is when you're going to bend the cardstock, and it's going to get a bump in it and it's going to look funny. I see I got a little bit bigger gap over there. I'm not going to mess with it. It's good enough. Okay. So I think I decided I was going to do this card in portrait mode because I did my first one in landscape. Okay, so I'm going to move on to clue number 4 if you're ready. Glue the black cardstock with the strips to the basic white, very vanilla or other color cardstock. So the way that is, what I'm telling you to do is to take your card base basically, and you're going to glue this to your card base. But I like the black background, so I am putting mine on the black before I put it on the cinnamon cider. This is just an extra step that I threw in while I was cutting these up. Okay. Now you want to fold your cardstock. If you scored it, go ahead and fold it in half. And something I want to mention here too is when we score our cardstock, we leave a divot here, but that's not the way you fold it in. You fold it the opposite way. That way it will stand up. And then just crease your fold. Okay, so I'm going to use some liquid glue for this part. One thing I like about liquid glue is that it gives you a little bit of time to make adjustments with your layer if it's not exactly the way you want it. It gives you a little bit of extra time before it adheres completely. Okay, there we go. So I will wait a little bit. While I'm waiting, I want to mention that if you do place an order with me, please be sure to use this host code so that you can get rewards from me. After you get X number of Tucker tokens, then you're going to get a $50 shopping spree from me. But I'm the only one who honors this, so you have to use my name when you check out and my host code. In March, I will post a new host code. Plus, when you place an order with me, you're going to get a PDF of a card or two that you can make with instructions on how to make the card. I'll send a picture and instructions with every order that I receive from you. Ready for number 4? Did I say, nope, ready for clue number 5? Use a stamp with a matching die to stamp an image, such as a sprig of leaves, flowers, etc., and use the same color ink as the cardstock, like we did here already. These will be added to our sentiment to give it depth. I usually use 3 pieces. So, I don't think this stamp set comes with dies, but let me look. It's been a while, so I'll look through these and see what's here. No, this one did though. Okay, well, I've got options. It's always good to have options. Okay, so I think I'm going to stamp something. I'm going to stamp something from here and fussy cut it. So, make a decision here. I'm going to go with this and this. Cinnamon cider. use cinnamon cider and Just Jade. Okay. This will give you a chance to catch up if you fall behind. So this will take me a moment to fussy cut these out. Does it feel like spring is coming once we get out of February? It's warming up a little. Actually, it's getting to be about what is normal for this time of the year, but I'll take it. Let's see, was there one on there that I had not used? I didn't use this one, did I? I think I'll use this one. I got a little bit of a halo right there because I rocked my stamp just enough, but that's okay because I'm going to fussy cut this out anyway, so it's not going to matter. And then Just Jade. Let's see. I used, which ones haven't I used yet? Should I use this one? I don't think so. Actually, I'd like something more. I know this will be fine. So say hello. If you like and share my video, then I will send you a surprise in the mail. Just let me know that you liked it or sent it, just so I don't miss it. I usually can see when my video has been liked or shared. But if you share my video, I would love to send you something as a thank you. It's the only way that I can grow my business and get more people watching my videos is if they know I'm here. So I appreciate any help. I really do. I appreciate you guys very, very much. All right, so here's for the fun part. I'm a fussy cut. Do you like fussy cutting? Or do you try to avoid it? I don't mind it. I used to hate it, but hate's a strong word. I shouldn't say that. I enjoy it now when I have time. For me, it seems to be more relaxing than it was before. It doesn't really take very long unless you've got a huge piece. You say you're supposed to start towards the back of the scissors and then just kind of guide your cardstock to go around the image and just keep cutting. Don't start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. It makes it smoother. Okay. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's go around this. Da, 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 da. Whoops, I started. Well, I was at the top and I had to turn and come down this way. It's a habit, I guess. It's an urge I have to start and stop. Okay, so there's that. And I'll cut this out. So my husband had surgery on Friday. He's doing well. Just going to take a little time for recovery. But you know what? He spoils me. He really does. He makes my dinner. He makes my lunch. If I start a load of laundry, he'll finish it if he knows it's there. He comes and checks on me. You know, I'm working from home, and so he comes to the office and he asks me if I need anything, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful husband. But I miss that. I realize how much I miss it. It's my turn to take care of him, though. So I made him macaroni and cheese today. He likes macaroni and cheese with tuna fish. So that's what he had for lunch. And he has to change his dressings every 3 hours. So I set up a reminder on our phones. And Saturday and Sunday I did that for him, but he's able to do it himself now. But he sleeps a lot. So if he's not up, then just depending, if it's excuse me, if it's at night, then I don't wake him up. But if it's getting to be morning and my alarm on my phone goes off, then I'll go ahead and get him up. Because you need to keep that clean. Okay, so where are we at? Thank you, Carol. All right, so the next clue is stamp the sentiment onto a piece of basic white, very vanilla, or other color of cardstock. So that's a quick, easy instruction, and I have already cut mine. I already stamped it and cut it. And for mine, I used the lovely Stitched So Sweetly Dies 515690, and that's in the annual catalog. So go ahead and stamp your sentiment, and then also cut it out with your die or your punch, and then cut out the outer piece as well. Whatever you're going to layer it on, just go ahead and cut that out. But we're not going to layer it yet. I can probably move on to number 7 because you've already stamped your sentiment, I'm sure. Use layering dies to cut out the sentiment and a larger die to cut out a shape from the 4 by 3 inch black cardstock. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't like fussy cutting. Do you like to color, though? Some people find that very relaxing if they can color. So I'm not one to sit down with a coloring book and color. That I would rather do a word search or something like that. But when it comes to using my my blendables, I do enjoy coloring with those because they come with a light and a dark of each of the colors, and you can blend them, and I really enjoy doing that. Have you ever seen those, like, they're like about as big as a poster, and it's a picture, but it's like, to me, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It just goes around and around and around. Have you ever colored something like that? It would drive me silly. I'm not able to visualize what colors are going to look like together. So that's why I use Stampin' Up, because I know that all of their colors coordinate. It's easy to cheat that way. Okay, clue number 8. Add dimensionals to the back of the sentiment piece, but do not remove the backing yet. Oh, you've got the markers. Well, you know what, Carol? Stampin' Up! Had some blends before. They were similar to what we have now, but they just didn't work. They didn't work well. So they discontinued them, and then they came out with these. Excuse me, which I really like a lot. Do you have any of the blends yet, Carol? So what we're going to do next is we're going to figure out where we want to place our sentiment and our little pieces. So my thought is, maybe I'll move this down. My thought is to adhere this here and then put this on top. What do you think? Because then I'm going to tie a piece of ribbon and put it at the bottom down here. I don't know. I don't like that there. I like this better, I think, because this isn't up in with the rest of the cinnamon cider, and this isn't up here with the Just Jade. So I think I'm going to do it something like that. So what you're going to do when you decide, excuse me. So normally I would probably have a dimension right there. That's why I didn't want you to take them off yet, because I wanted you to take it off when you were ready to adhere this. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. So because I kind of want this to stand up off of the black, I'm going to put this dimensional here and then peel the backing off. So do you use the edge of your dimensionals like I do? I especially like to put them under the thinner pieces that are long. It works just as well here. I'm going to put this down here too. All right. So then we're going to center that like this. There we go. And then I'm going to use another dimensional and pop this up. How's that? And I'm going to use a piece of ribbon. First, I think I will just go ahead and put this down. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal to do that. How's that? Tell me what you think. Now I'm going to tie a bow off of the spool. I'll probably cut this a little more. The tails might be a little too long. Oh, here's my mini glue dots. Put that on the back right there. And put that on there. Try to straighten this up a little. All right, so I do have one tail longer than the other, so let's I know how to do this, honest. Okay. Okay, it looks okay. This tail might be a little longer, but that's okay. It's off to the side. So that is the card following the clues. So using mini glue dots, add the sprigs under the sentiment to one side but above the black layer. If you need to remove one of the backs of the dimensional, you may do so. And if you're watching the replay on this, then you can slow down, you can pause it and work along with me. And then using liquid glue or Stampin' Seal, secure the flower to the top side of the sentiment piece and secure the other items if need be. Remove all the backing from the dimensionals and layer your sentiment onto the black cardstock. And then tie a small bow, snip the ends, and add it to the sentiment. Add any additional embellishments. Ta-da! Oh, one more thing. Upload your card to my Facebook business page by Friday, February 26th for a chance to win my card. Your name will also be put in a drawing for a prize on March the 4th, just before my technique class at 8:10 p.m. right here on my Facebook page. So before we go, let me know if you have any questions. I also want to show you the first card. This is the first card I made, and the second. So, do you have a preference? Which one do you like the best? Do you like happy birthday, or do you like simple things? I like them both. This one I used Handsome Handsomely Suited, I think is the name of this stamp set. It's the one with the ties and the bow ties and stuff. So tell me which one you like the best. One other thing I wanted to share. So I'm working on this Darling Donkey card. It's the one that's in the Celebration catalog. So I think it's so adorable. I just need to fill in the blends and then put a sentiment on here, and then it'll be done. But I wanted to show you I wanted to showcase one of the stamp sets that's in the Celebration catalog, because sometimes you don't get to imagine, or if you don't have the stamp set, you don't have a chance to play with it. But these are two others with the Darling Donkeys that I received in a swap. And it's so cute. I love this one, how they used the oval dies and they cut out the oval and then placed it's almost like a shadow box card. Like I demonstrated a shadow box card on Technique Thursday last week, and it reminds me of that. And then I don't know the name of this embossing folder, but I like the leaves. And then this one, it's just adorable. I love this color. This is the Granny Apple Green, and I love this color. It's just makes you happy. So those are the two cards. This one was made by Mary McNeely, and this one Ramona Simpson, two friends of mine. So I hope you liked this demonstration tonight for your Mystery Monday card. I hope you come back again. I hope that you upload your card when you're finished so that I can put your name in a drawing and you get a chance to win my card. And that's all I have. So thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody.